What's up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Wanted to give you guys a market update right now, show you guys the latest of what I've been doing. So yesterday I went for a Bitcoin short setup, kind of becoming almost a swing short. I locked in profits this morning, slightly before the first take profit because we were bouncing. I announced that after, and that's this trade. As you can see right over here on FAIRDESK. Maybe we're coming back down some more right now that I'll talk about in just a second. But if you guys are interested in trading, check out the links down below. FAIRDESK is really good. No KYC, no VPN required, as well as BloFin over here. This is the first time I've seen a promo like this, $100 refund bonus. So if you deposit $100 and you lose it, they'll give you $100 to play around with again to try to make that back. That's a pretty good. I've never seen that offer before for the exchange. And also, what I give you guys, if you sign up to any of the links down below, any of the exchanges down below, deposit at least $100, I'll give you one free month in the Discord where I give these entry points, stop losses ahead of time. Not right all the time, but a lot of good reward risk ratios. You need to use good risk management. Realistically, I started with this account, as you can see right here, this FAIRDESK account at about, I think it was like 12 grand. Later last year, it is now 72K. I've done well with the account, but good traders typically 10 or 20% a month. You want to shoot for that 10% a month. Just kind of starting out that slow and gradual kind of gains. And it's all about risk reward ratio. And I talk more about that in the live streams in my course and all those type of things. So let's get into the analysis right now. So basically, the main thing I was looking at, one of the things I was looking at here was the hourly in terms of that short. You came down, you almost hit our point. It was kind of the previous highs right here that price kept bouncing from is where I was going to take profits. We kind of hit that to a certain extent, but we didn't get to the bottom there. And I mean, the question now is, are you going to jump here? Are you going to jump here? Not a bull div yet on the hourly. At the moment, right now, it looks like you're going to probably come down a little bit more, at least play around with this 61.3 level, play around with that level before potentially bouncing. So that's what we got to keep in mind here. A lot of yellow X's on the 15, same with the 20-minute. I think you're getting close. Maybe that next trigger wave on the 20-minute, you're getting close. And I think that 15-minute money flow coming into the green, that's always a good indicator. That's what may save the day. What I like to do a lot of times when I see that is hit these three dots right here, add alert on it, hit only once, crossing, and then money flow value 0.0. If you guys haven't seen me do that, it's a good tool. One of the things I'm looking for potential long right there. If we look at some of our middle time frames, trigger waves starting to form on the 6 hour, like I mentioned. 4 hour anchor wave forming. So the anchor wave could give us, if we hit that area and come up, could give us some relief here. If we do lose this area, there's a good shot you could come down and play around with the spiral line, 58K potentially. That would be, maybe we get a bit of a bearishness into the end of the month, and then September turns kind of green, then we come back up, just that ping pong, that range boundness. Then after that FOMC meeting, then maybe you get it bottomed over here, you come down. Typically, I would guess after the first rate cut, 25 basis point rate cut, there would be some fear with unemployment or something, fears of recession. Then potentially maybe even coming down to 53K again, and then from there recovering into the end of the year. That would make a lot of sense. That would absolutely make a lot of sense here. So if we were to do a situation like this, I think there's a decent shot of that. It would be a more elongated, than what I said. Your bottom would be probably somewhere in October, and then you'd recover into the end of the year or early next year. So that's what I'm looking at right there. Daily, you're getting kind of an anchor wave, brought you down a little bit so far. 2-week trigger wave forming, but your money flow is still good. So it's a little bit conflicting, trigger wave in the weekly, which means to me you'd probably stay a little bit more range bound. Could be a little bit of a boring situation here. Definitely worth a shot potentially on that hourly, bull div forming or something over here. So, I'll keep you guys posted. Same thing here in ETH. Didn't quite hit the area we were looking at on Ethereum. Almost getting down to kind of that point. Snake eyes here in the 3 hour, which is pretty good, but your money flow looks like it wants to come back over on the hourly. Lower time frames a little concerning. I would probably wait until money flow looks better on your 15-minute, on your 20-minute as well to try to, go long here. It does look like we're probably going to retest, that area or something of that nature there. And then I'm liking these VWAPs are coming up. So yeah, that combined with money flow starting to look better in the 30-minute could be a nice jump up. I mean, if it's, it could be a choppy market. You bounce off of here, come back up to that area, just take what the market gives you. I mean, if you were to try to long right now, you could try something of this nature. You probably could get a good risk reward ratio. If you did I'd probably do a stop loss below there and then still get a 1 to 5 to 1, which is not bad by any means in terms of risk reward ratio right there on Ethereum. So you might be able to pull that off. Absolutely could. So it's something to think about. Solana, yeah, we're hitting the same area on Solana. So it's starting to look like she might want to come down a little bit more. Your money flow is definitely not the best on some of these time frames. So it does look like you may come down a little bit more. If it gets really bad, I mean, you lose this area, you're looking at probably 145 on Solana. So that's what we're potentially looking at right here, breaking if you lose that area. So money flow is not the best, definitely not the best. So I mean, if you took the long, it was looking good this morning. If you took the long and you get stopped out, wait until things look good again, and then potentially try to re-enter with a pretty good risk reward ratio, and then. Yeah, I mean, it could be at 145 if you come lower here. Definitely is possible. Also wanted to show you guys ETH versus Bitcoin a little bit. Playing with those previous lows for lows of a long time on ETH versus Bitcoin since what we saw since, oh man, last time we were this low was in 21, so January 21 essentially. So in that 4-year cycle, we would start to really gain some momentum against Bitcoin early next year. You could come down a little bit lower against Bitcoin, potentially lower to these areas. I'm really looking at this 2-week bull div, this next one to form, to potentially give us a bottom and wait till this monthly kind of plays out for Ethereum right there. So yeah, and then Bitcoin dominance trying to make new highs, so we can get up to 60% potentially soon, and that would be the big place everybody's talking about. Almost like everybody's talked about. And we're hitting that point in Ethereum. But everybody's talked about essentially Bitcoin dominance hitting 60%. We didn't think it would take this long, but it's like when everybody talks about something, if it does happen, it takes longer than expected or whatever. So we might get to that around the first rate cut. And I think by the second rate cut in November, we're really going to be in the grand scheme of things. So yeah. Let's see right there, and then Matic trying to bleed a bit against Bitcoin. I think some of these are getting to the bottom. They could bleed out a little bit more, but we're getting there. We're definitely getting there, and I think it is a big place to get into all soul Bitcoin. Trying to jump off of this area, maybe get into your highs from 21 sometime early next year. We'll see what happens. I mean, a few others I was looking at. AVAX, okay, we're losing that area, so we're invalidating some stuff here. I just want to see what's happening. Oh yeah, at the moment. So at the moment, we are coming down, playing with this point. But what I like here in this 30-minute is maybe the next 30-minute bull div, these yellow X's, look for some things here. But man, this money flow is a little concerning, like I was mentioning. So yeah, that's what we got to be careful with. So potentially, yeah, and then Solana looks like, are we losing? Yeah, everything is dumping a little bit at the moment. Bitcoin's probably finally going to hit that area right there and potentially not even hold this. So we definitely got to see what happens here. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. The short, that short position is doing pretty well, coming back down. Ooh, getting a little jump off of there. Interesting. It's not too often you pre-record a video and all this stuff is going on, but yeah, I mean, look, I want to see money flow looking a little bit better. I mean, ETH, we're hitting that point. I like my 30-minute. I want to wait for at least a bull div though before I, try to enter this trade, because we could easily, start to lose this level. So anyway, guys, if you guys are interested in Discord, check out the link down below. And like I said, if you deposit, sign up to any link changes down below, a lot of really good promos going on, especially on BloFin right now. And deposit at least $100, I'll give you 1 free month in the Aldo Empire VIP Discord, into the VIP channels. Within that, just open a support ticket with your UID. All right, guys, hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a good one. Goodbye.